Hi, my name is Jonas and I'm here to teach intermediate players how to move from being intermediate to a more advanced player. In other words, to break that wall.
I have a lot of requests about this topic because I'm sure a lot of people maybe are tired of playing some boring chords, you know, some chords like triads. You know, I remember when I was, there was a piece of classical music, I think it's bourrée. It's a French word, B-O-U-R-E-E. Let me just do the introduction. There's nothing wrong with this chord, this song. A lot of harmony. But if you start to just classical music, which is very interesting, I love classical music. I listen to it all the time in my office, both jazz and classical music. I started with classical music. I love it. But the thing is, you don't want to get stuck to playing I would say execute chords in a song. And some of those chords, you're going to find them, they don't have this kind of extension, that you want, So to make your chords sound a bit more interesting, to go beyond what you already know, those triads and those major 7, let's just add some spices to those chords. Let's say, for example, we're in the key of C, all right, for beginners and intermediates. If we want to make sure that we add those 9th, 11th, and 13th, the first thing we need to do, let me stay here so you can see, is I have a major 7. Then once I have a major 7, 1 scale degree, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's why it's major 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Now we have this extension, 9, 11, and 10. Or you could do a dominant 7 right here also. Right? So in order for you to have 9, 11, and 13, you have to have either major 7 or dominant 7. See? It's a sound that's kind of different from playing this. See, it's pretty much like a D minor you add here. Yeah, it's a D minor. 9, 11, and 13. But when you're playing, you don't play it like that. Now in this video, I'm going to just discuss, how to add this extension and different names for them. But in some other lessons, we're going to, use them in context of songs for you to understand those extensions. See? Now we have the 7 or dominant 7. Now, to make it sound a lot more, in a sense, dissonant, but also jazzy or out of ordinary sound, of course, if you have some ear training, that will help you a lot because that will make it sound a bit even sweeter to your ears. I remember when I used to hear those chords, to me it was very dissonant. All right, so let's say 9, 11, 13. So what we're going to do, we're going to flatten the 9. I will even make put the 3rd here because I don't want it to be minor. I want it to be major. So let's do it. You hear that? Beautiful. This is a C7 flat 9. This is the 9 again. You could sharpen it also. Going to F. Ooh, sounds sweet. See? Sharp 9. So that's because of the presence of this, it's a 13 though. Flat 9, sharp 9. Could we call it a C7 or C13, flat 9 or sharp 9. Alright, so if you don't want to add the 13, you could do this. I could do this. sharp 9. But once I have that, it's the 13. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. But also I could do the same way I could do either flat 9 or sharp 9. I could also do the 11, sharpen the 11. And then do a 13, sharp 11, flat 9. See? It is a flat 9. See? The 9th, you flatten it. Let's go back to C. Sharp 11. Same way we have sharp 11, we can also have a flat 13. We can also either sharp flatten the 9 or sharpen the 9. Now remember, what makes those chords sound really nice is the inversion, the way you voice them. The voicing is extremely important. You can learn it. You can learn all those chords. If you don't know how to invert them, use them in a proper context, they will not sound the way it's supposed to sound. All right. So we have the 13. We don't have to say sharp 13 because it's still the 7, the dominant 7 chord. But we can flatten. What you will want to do is make sure that you do the same thing for each key. All right, I'm not going to go over each key because it's going to be like an hour video. But once you understand the D minor, this minor chord, you flatten it or you sharpen it. And this is the 13. This is the 11 that you sharpen. You don't have to say flat 11 because this is part of the C chord. So you sharpen, flatten the 13. Those two you can either sharpen or flatten them. You have them together. 13 sharp 11. See, those are what I'm using. This is a G7, sharp 5. See? The 5 is sharpened, the 9 is flattened. Alright, so like I said, I didn't want this to be a long video. I wanted you to understand when they talk about 9, 11 and 13 and how you can flatten and sharpen them. Alright, and in some other videos we're gonna be using them in context of songs, because most of the songs that I play I use those chords, even if it's a hymn, to make it sound a bit jazzier. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please, if you have not subscribed, please do so, and see you in the next lesson.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave me a comment, because I usually build my videos on comments I have, and let me know if you have found value in these lessons.